That's too high. Buster. Buster. Buster, come on here. We're live. Everybody wants to see you, sir. I don't even know where you're at. Buster, look. Buster. Oh, y'all know what Earl thinks already this morning. Have a kiss? Thanks. I got my Action Park shirt on. All right. Buster, what are you doing? Morning. Morning, everybody. Well, Virginia Beach. I love Virginia Beach. That's where, when we used to be able to go on vacations, that's where we used to go. Not like every year, but we've been there 3 times and we love it. Yeah, thank you for, so I didn't even see. Hi, Nadia. Yeah, Willie was gardening as he was watching the live, and his phone tipped over, and for whatever reason it timed you out. And I'm sure he'll be on here in a little bit and he can explain it better than I can. And on my end, I didn't even see it. So, and I think it happened right at the end of the live as well. And so that probably complicated it a little bit too. But yeah, it was not intentional or anything like that, Nadia. I'm very, very sorry. And I know Willie felt bad because he sent me a text. Is it looking blurry again today, guys? Hi, Annika. Yeah. I actually, we sat down and watched it, and then my husband, when he got home, I put it on, he got to watch part of it. I have never watched it. Buster, quit trying to torment the dogs. Go on, over there, sir. Let's go. Here. Thank you. Tell him, Earl. You guys, let me know if the little music in the background's too loud. Yeah, Nadia, it wasn't on it was an accident, so. Yep, and hello, Dennis. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's weird the way my kitchen lights are, and I don't know the answer to it yet. My daughter gave me a light, one of those big ring lights, but I need an adapter for it, for my phone to go on it, and I'm not so sure it's not going to freak Buster out, so we'll have to see. But it will be good. I do want to start doing a little bit of cooking. If, people don't mind. I know people probably get grouchy about it, but that's something I kind of want to do. So it will be perfect for that. Oh, morning, Sandy. Oh, it's early there, isn't it, in California? And Harry, hi. Oh, they love you too. Yeah, and like I said too, Willie will probably explain it as well when he gets here. So I know he felt really bad, and it was just an accident. It's been really hard with our. Yeah, he is again this morning. He doesn't always eat right away on the lives, but you hungry, Earl? I put a little extra seed in there for him too. I don't always do that. But yeah, I know he was trying to catch up on his gardening because the weather. We've had an enormous amount of rain already this spring, and even first day of summer. Yeah, and happy summer, everyone. It's finally summer here. Your orchid's still alive. That's awesome. I'm gonna get one when I find an orchid, marked down, and I'm gonna try it in water. I propagate a lot of plants. I love propagating plants and giving them away as gifts. And I heard that orchids grow really well in water, and I want to try it. But I'll have to get one to keep in my room because I'm afraid Buster will try to mess with it. Annika, howdy. I grew up like in the country, and I think I was 18 years old before I stopped saying howdy to greet everyone. Welcome, Willie. If I've missed anybody, hello, thanks for being here. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. What's the date? In the next 2 days, I think. I have the video of the live we did the other day when Buster was telling a story and I took a video. I have that one coming up. Hopefully. Hey, boys. Hey, Charlie. What are you doing, Bussy? Yeah, I know the lights. I just, like I said, I don't know what to do about it. When I turn the lights off, it gets too dark. But if it gets really bothersome, I can try that again. Willie, we explained to Nadia about what happened on the last live. But you know, you can probably explain it better than I can, but, or we can, but, all is well. Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain here again today. Looks like it anyway. Let me see. Buster. Yeah, Buster and his gates. I'm actually gonna do a video on, I call it Gatapalooza. I can't remember if it's Michelle or Kate that gets tickled over it when I say that, but I do have a lot of gates. And Amanda got stuck with a nasty gram person the other day that we had to remove. Again, though, I don't want to spend too much time on the negative because I do really feel like our channel is really positive. But they mentioned that I have a lot of gates, and I do. I have, you know, 5 dogs now, 2 exotic pets, and 2 young granddaughters. I don't really like for my dogs to go down the hall because they want to follow me everywhere, and like when I'm carrying a great big laundry basket and things like that, like it makes it a little difficult. So the one, but the biggest reason I have the one over by that goes to my front door and the one on the side is because when we come home, like if we stepped out and we come home, the dogs absolutely freak out and they go at the door, and you know, all of us trying to come in with like a bag of groceries or whatever, and you got 5 dogs at your door. So the little separation part is better. This gate here that you guys can see is really mostly for Buster to perch on, but also 2 of my dogs will eat their try to eat their food that they drop on the floor, like shells or anything. And my one dog, she had like got a severe skin issue, and it was because when we had maybe threw her seed out a lot, and she would eat it, and she was having like severe skin issues. So that's a lot of it. Oh no, I know, but I mean, I could see where a person would question, like, why in the world do you? I think how many do I have? I have 4 gates, which again, my one granddaughter can scale them, every single one of them, and the new dog can jump every single one of them too. um, but like, I do have to keep the dogs out of the bird room because they'll eat the stuff they throw down, and it's not good for them. But and there are times like right now I have 2 of the dogs in the gated area. Because I feel like during a live, I'm focusing on the birds. But I'm gonna try to do a little more on the dogs too, because I get some here and there. I get these people saying I don't pay attention to my dogs, which just cracks me up. Yeah, I know. And we had one on the Tuesday live that we had to get rid of, that, and the name was I Hate YouTubers, I think, or something like that. So, but honestly, we don't get that a lot. Actually, the new dog, Bo, can climb my 4.5 foot fence. He's got pretty severe separation anxiety, and I was running down to the store to grab something for supper, and he had gotten out in the backyard, and he scaled the fence very quickly and came straight to my car. So. Oh, I know. I just, like I said, I could see why people wonder, like, oh my goodness, about the gates. So every now and again, I get that, and so I do explain it. And I probably will make a video, mostly because Amanda is the one really that takes care of a lot of those type of comments, because I don't see all the comments, and she'll flag them for me. So that way, if I have a video up about it, she can just refer them to the video, or I can, or Willie can, or whoever. I mean, even all of you can. I usually don't like links. I always get rid of links in my descriptions, just because they could be there. I straighten that up. I hope that's better. I worry about links because of scams. I did a giveaway one time, and it was awful. It's time for coffee. Buster, are you gonna come out here? Earl. Hey, Bus. Buster. Come on. You're not gonna come out here for the broom? He's got some toys under his cage that he's interested in again. I think I've told you guys before, I swap them out. I don't know if Ruth is on here, but thank you, Ruth, for the shirt. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, Earl. I'm right. Turn that a little bit, just on Earl. That will. No, those lights. I don't know. I might look into like trying to put some sort of filter over those lights. It just seems like all of a sudden it's gotten worse just recently. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. It's probably just going to be Earl for a little bit. Buster wouldn't even come out for the broom, so. Earl's usually the star of the live show anyway, aren't you, Earl? No flying down, sir. You can't do floor time right now. I'll have to do like a pop-up live on some weekend when Earl's having floor time. I know a lot of you enjoy that. If I miss any questions, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get Buster out here. Yeah. Honestly, I feel sorry for people that are, I call them trolls. I really do. It must be really sad to get your jollies off, trying to criticize somebody online behind a keyboard. coffee brewing, Earl? Oh, I have a video to upload when I showed Earl his Barbie dream house. But I'm gonna upload it as a short after the live. And dog forbid. Annika, you're so funny. Busta! Busta! Buster boy, come here. He's like, nope. Yeah, I use the Hamilton Beach Flex Brew. That way I can make a pot of coffee or I can make K-Cups. So like my husband takes like a big travel size cup to work in the morning. So I set it up. It has you can set it up on a timer. So I just push the program button and his coffee's ready in the morning when he gets up to go to work. And then on the weekends we go through a whole pot of coffee. So, but we also do K-Cups. But I love it. It's like very versatile. They're like, let me go get another one. They're his favorite. And down to the last one here. My daughter found some that weren't too badly priced on AliExpress, so I might get some from there. But they're really just like a styrofoam. They call them a foot toy, which when I refer to it as a foot toy, they get confused. But they call it that because a lot of they'll hold it with their foot. Is this your favorite toy? But he loves them. Buster loves them too. Buster like annihilates them in like 2.2 seconds. Yeah, Wendy, we're having some trouble. I apologize. Like last week I even switched it to my other phone. It definitely is my lighting, and I'm aware of it, and I'm working on it. And Amanda was telling me there's some other channels that are having the same issue, so I quite don't understand what's going on, but it is. Yeah, well, this particular dream house is like the one story. It's a fold and go. Most of the Barbie dream houses are like 3 levels, and this one is just a one story. And for whatever reason, kind of like this stand, you looking at everybody, tell everybody hello. He likes to perch on it. So that's the whole thing. And he's got his little girlfriend sitting in there, so he can go over and give him kisses if he wants to, huh, Earl? Earl does a really good job. Like, actually, you see him right now grooming himself on his toenails. Buster doesn't, and we have to have his trim quite often. Because when he doesn't, I'll have to show you guys a picture of my husband's arm. Goodness. Really quick too, with I wanted to tell a story. I don't know if Ruth is here, but maybe she'll watch and get to hear this. So I went to the grocery store, I think it was Sunday, and I had my Action Park shirt on, and a guy stopped me. He's like, "Action Park? Oh my goodness, are you from there?" And I said, "No, I'm not from there." And he said, "I lived there. I went there." He showed my daughter and I his scars from the Alpine slide. And I wish I would have. I hope I run into him again someday. I wish I could have asked him if I could, outside of the store, could have taken a video of him and talked to him. And, sorry, I was trying to check on some message. Yeah. Her role. But anyway, it was really cool. I mean, he talked about it, and he had like all these like scratches and stuff, you know, on his arms from that slide. So that prompted me to finally watch the documentary. The documentary is actually really sad at the end. It kind of took me off guard, but it was Action Park is something. I think you can watch it on YouTube. I have HBO, so I just watched it on there. Um, but it is quite the interesting ordeal. Vernon, New Jersey, yep. 2 levels that look like a cabinet. Let me see. Since Buster's not out here, let me see and if I can show you. Oh, I'm sorry. Not so great with a. And excuse, this room is getting really messy again. I have stuff to do in it. But there's his. That's his dream house. So. I think I about probably made you guys dizzy there, huh? Knocked the camera off a little bit. Sorry, I have to put the charger back on, and that's why I don't always move. If you guys can see Earl now. Let's see if we're good. You good now? It's your dream house. I know. Listen, my daughter, one of my daughters, I got a bunch of those. She kind of buys and resells toys, like vintage toys or games, but she recently found one of the big Barbie dream houses and bought it and cleaned it up. She cleans it up if something. She makes sure mechanically that they're working and all that, and then she resells them, and she made a nice little profit off of it. And then I need to go back. There's another question I missed too that Amanda sent me, and I'll get to that. I did tell him a little bit. My bird talks about Action Park all the time, and I had never heard of it, and somebody mentioned it in the comments, and that's how I started looking into it. And, I was thinking yesterday when I watched the documentary, something I hadn't put together on it is Buster talks about liquor all the time, and they serve liquor there. So there's another thing, and the craziest thing is, now it's a different year, but the day Action Park opened is our wedding anniversary, which is just blew my mind, but it's a different year. Thank you, Rhonda. I hope you do as well. Let's see. Oh, somebody asked about if Bo and Buster are bonded. Buster is not really showing any like real interest in him. I don't really think we'll ever have a dog that was like Buddy. Buddy's just, his spirit with him was just. Oh, something just happened to my computer here. But we've had, we do have to kind of watch him, Bo, that is. One day when Buster went running outside, he kind of went running after him. It wasn't in like a violent way or anything. He just probably had never seen, a hopping white dinosaur before. We have to watch the same thing with Max. There's something about poodles that like the chase. So we're always really careful about that. And really just kind of wants to smell them. So, but anyway, yeah, I mean, it's going well. He has, a lot to adjust to. here. You know, was living in a barn or on a deck, and sometimes I think he was kept in a bathroom, because if he sees a bathroom, he immediately tries to go to the toilet to drink out of it, which is gross. Hey, Lucia. Buster's hiding up in his room. It's the Earl show today. I hate driving in the rain. Oh, the Barbie movie. Yeah. Let's see if I can scroll up here and see. Oh, hello from South Africa. I know, she's hilarious. She needs to be a stand-up comedian. She's funny. Buster. Hey. Oh, shoot, that's gonna get the dogs going. Buster, come on. Get out here. Everybody wants to see you. Come here. Come on. Like I said, you guys know it's bad if he won't come out here for a broom, so he's found one of the new toys I put under there, and he's very interested in it. Don't know what it is. I know, he's a Stalkosaurus in his own way. He oftentimes this is what he does during the day a lot. He comes out a little bit to troll me, and then he goes back in, and so. Hey, Lucia, how you doing? Yeah, he is banging in his room, Amanda. I wish I could take the camera out back to show you guys my tomato plants. I'll have to do a little short on it or something. 80% of my tomato plants are from ones that we got from the store, and I replanted the tops of them. And I have so many tomatoes. I'm gonna have to probably make. I used to make my own chili sauce, I called it, but I'll probably do some spaghetti sauce here, because we don't eat as much chili down here. But I'm gonna have tons of tomatoes, all varieties too. He hasn't said it so far today, but we'll see. He's, I don't know if you guys can hear him. Let me mute the TV a second. Um, you hear him, Earl? Well, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but he is tapping away on something. I'm gonna have a mess to clean up. Yeah. Something plastic. I'm starting to get low on wood. I need to get some wood pieces. I need to go somewhere like, yeah, it opened on what ended up being my wedding anniversary, which is just so blows my mind. Thank you. That's my new one. I kept the old one though because Buster still likes going underneath of it, and Earl likes to sit on top of it with his Barbie dream house. I'm trying to actually figure out a way. Hi Barbara, thanks for being here. Oh, hello from Germany. I'm trying to kind of figure out a way to set up in that room and do a live in there. But it can be tricky because Buster's really funny with me being around his room. So I would probably just sit in my room and let them, I can still communicate on the computer and everything. Yeah. Well, they actually, another company bought it. That was what I didn't know. It is open, but it's a resort now, and they removed all the dangerous rides. They did have a plan to bring back one of the slides, I think, and then they ditched it. But yeah, I think it's called Mountain Creek Resort. So it's still there, but it's not, infamous anymore. Yeah, it was. It's crazy. Have you watched the documentary, Lucia? Yeah, I have one coming out, a short of that. My daughter came to visit a couple times last week, and she was giving him a scratchy, and he was telling her, "I'm a good bird." That's his famous line. A lot of times when he says it, he's being ornery. He says he's perfect a lot too. No, he's not. And as much as he talks about work and stuff, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Buster's that old, but I mean, it was open till 1998. They didn't officially close it until 1998. So, I mean, anything is possible, but I don't think he worked there or went there or anything, but maybe somebody who had him did. And I know birds go all over the place when they get rehomed. I've seen some of them go from from Texas to California. I'm actually, and I'd like to do oldie but goodies here and there, because I think it helps with like the new followers see some of his older stuff. And I have that one in queue coming up as a short where he says, "I perfect run." It was cute. And then he said, "I careful now," because sorry, I get some allergy medicine on him. But it's funny because we tell him to be careful a lot. Mm-hmm. He also says I have I don't know if that one's out yet, but we take him out to see the girls, and he says I'm a good bird, hi girls, and I'm perfect, like almost straight back to back. It's really cute. Yeah, I understand why he talks about Florida and Ohio because we talk about Florida and Ohio a lot. I don't think we really talk about Virginia much. Definitely not New Jersey or. Um, I've heard him say Georgia, but again, we border Georgia, um, so I can see that one. Um, but yeah, some of this stuff yeah, I need to do that too. I want to do something with. I need to catch Earl saying Merry Christmas like Buster. I want to do a side by side and do a Christmas in July sort of thing. Yeah. Sometimes even I have a video somewhere where I asked him something and he says I like her, because I do ask him sometimes. Well, I always tell Earl, you love me, Earl. Earl, do you love me? Do you love me, Earl? Good boy. Mhm. Now, I didn't see any Albert. Somebody asked that question on the short. I didn't see anybody named Albert on the documentary or Robert. I kind of know where Robert comes from, though. That's our grand pug, Augie. That's his nickname, is Robert. Um, but I did read the 6 people that died at Action Park, and one of them is named Eric. So we have no idea. I think Albert is like an imaginary friend, to be honest. Earl, what are you doing? Oh, here in probably 5 months, I'll have 2 new hens. I love um, Buff Orpingtons. They're my favorite. They're quieter, and my daughter was able to get 2 of them from her chicken haul recently, and she's gonna raise them for me. I'm just gonna I'll pay for the feed and all that, and she's gonna raise them for me until they're big enough to be around the other big girls. So I'm really excited. You know, I have not had very much luck with silkies. Um, oh, I haven't heard of that one, Lucia. I'll have to. I'm gonna type that in and look it up. Um, not we lived in Ohio, but I know we're near what happened in East Palestine. We're really far from that, but it's having an effect on the entire world anyway. Yeah, I don't see. I think Robert is more. My daughter talks about my grandpa to Buster or brings him over, um, and I kind of think that's where Robert came from. Yep, Elizabeth's mom. Oh, Ruth, did you hear the story about me meeting a guy at the store that was from Vernon, New Jersey. He showed us his scars. Um, um, my Rose girl there. So the dogs, we do some activities in the morning. That way they've been out and pottied and all that, and then they're they're actually all sleeping, to be honest. And I kind of keep them separated during lives because I feel like I have to really just focus on my computer, the birds, and it gets to be a lot for me. So I always try to make sure they've had their time and attention that in the morning before live, and they're all sleeping, all 5 of them. And Ruth, my daughter's reading the book, and then she has to approve it for my grandson to read it. He's real interested in action parks, so. Oh, thank you. But but yeah, I love it. So I have my shirt on. It's and Earl's down to his last. Well, he's got 1.5 left of them. We've been trying to ration them. He's underneath it. I have a big wooden box that what we had gotten Maybe in, our African gray that passed away, and I let Buster chew on that, and I had moved it behind the cage because, like I said, I'm running short on wood. I need to get some more wood, so he gnaws away on that, and that that helps with his beak. But I'm not sure what he's doing. But Earl's being real chill too, aren't you, Earl? Buster. Hey, what are you doing? Come here. What are you chewing on? Buster, come here. If I wanted him in there, he wouldn't want to be in there. And another thing too, oh no, that's completely fine. They all play with them. Please don't apologize. You sent so much. Oh, and I have a card coming your way, and I'll try to send a little more. June and July has just kind of been crazy, and we have some I think you guys know I lost my internet I think it's 6 weeks ago. They put a new line in. The line is still laying in my backyard. They still have not come to bury it. We have 4 total trees that need to come down. We're definitely getting 2 done. So that's coming up. We're hoping they'll kind of bundle up a deal and do all 4 of them so we can just get it over with. I have, my daughter's coming to visit. My other daughter's probably coming to visit at some point too, so I really enjoy having family time. So, and I'm so sorry for your loss, Ruth. I really am. My parents were married over 50 years, close to 60 before my dad passed away first, and then my mom passed away a few years later. Oh, thank you guys. That's why I try to post every day because people. Yeah, I am. Got my action park on. I try to post every day because I hear that a lot. And the only thing, I don't want people to think I'm promoting owning exotic birds because I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm saying, I always ask people to work or volunteer in a rescue or a sanctuary, let somebody help you pick out, you know, if you want a bird, because a bird does pick you, not the other way around. So, you know, if you have the time and can put in all that, that's, you know, it's great, but most people are probably going to be better off just watching them. Oh, I'm sorry. My parents met in a really like sweet way too, and I don't think I can share the story today without like kind of breaking down. So, but someday, maybe on a live, I'll talk about it. But it was really really sweet. It should be honestly, it should be a story or a movie, movie of the week. I've never been to Pennsylvania. I think that's where Kate's from. That Kate does crime. That she follows the channel, and I follow her channel. I think pretty sure that's where she's from. And then Amanda, you might remember from Tuesday. Is that where Dennis is from? In Michigan. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Buster. What are you doing, boy? You know, too, I think the weather does affect the dogs. Like, my one little King Charles, she just acts like, ugh, this week. And it just, I think, you know, the weather does have an effect on people. What are you doing, boss? You good boy? You good chicken? Can I give you Scritchy today? Can I give you Scritchy? Aww. That's so nice. Aww. You're being such a good bird today. Oh. He's like, that's enough. You're so good. Good boy. You want a treat? Uh-oh. If the doggos heard that word, they know what that is, don't they? Do you want a treat? You hungry? Okay. I wish you guys could see him, the look he gave me, but he did take it from me. Hey, you come out here. Everybody wants to see you. You're hiding like Buster. Here. Yeah, he loves these little styrofoam balls. Buster likes them too, but he just tears them up so quickly that I usually don't really give them to him very much. You want some water? Let me get you a glass of water. What? Girl just said what? Want some water? Girl. Water? Girl, drink some water. You don't want any water? No? Okay. No water. Let me see if he'll take a little piece of cheese. There you go. Does that look good? There you are, Earl. I'm actually gonna make me a little bowl. So we went to Wendy's yesterday for grab my grandson something. My daughter wanted to get some Wendy's, and they gave us the one order. He got his food right, but then they gave us a couple other things. So there was some chili. I was like, I'll eat that tomorrow. That's what he said, Ruth. Like it was crazy, but they just kept going back. That's exactly what he said too. So Michigan or Pennsylvania, they probably both are, but we were down. I lived down in the southern part of the state. I was close to like West Virginia, like Huntington would be the biggest area. Ashland, Kentucky. We're from that area, Appalachian part of Ohio. You hungry boy today? Plus, Buster might like a couple of these beans. Remember, you guys, with birds, they can have beans, but they have to be cooked. They can't be dry. What do you see up there, boss? Hang on, I'll give you this. Hold on. Who you telling to go? We always put a disclaimer. If you have headphones on, if the dogs see a delivery truck, they will absolutely flip out and start barking. You want a bean? Oh, he's like, nope. Let me pick that up, because if I forget it. Merry Christmas, everyone. From Earl as Buster. Woo! Woo! Get it, Earl. Oh, here, Buster. You can have this. You want a piece of pasta? It's pasta and cheese. There you go. Now we just need you to tell everybody they're jerks. And pew pew. You gotta do the pew pew. We're not gonna judge you. No judgment here. That documentary is crazy. And another thing, I figured out where Buster learned a lot of his cuss words. And I hope I run into the Action Park guy again. I was just kind of in a hurry that day. And I'd like to see if he would let me, take a video of him. I did tell him my bird. I don't really tell people a lot. Like, I have this channel or whatever. I know a lot of people do. That's one of the reasons I'm really blown away that the channel has grown like it does, because I really don't promote it. My husband tells a lot of people about it, but I don't know. I get a little freaked out sometimes, like when people ask me where I live and things like that, because I don't want people showing up at my house unannounced, and I know a YouTuber that happened to, and it's just not something that anybody wants to do to me. So I've had a lot of trauma when growing up. But I mean, we hope to someday do maybe a meet and greet somewhere. But somebody showing up unannounced would like totally freak me out. It would not be good, especially with my dogs. Oh, shoot. Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, Earl has to watch everything I do. Buster, you're gonna need to clean your beak now. You clean your beak? If I don't give him something to clean his beak, he'll try to chew a piece of wood off the trim. Let me get him a tissue. He likes tissues better. Here. Not sure why, but he does like tissues best. Here you go, sir. Oh, well, not today. You gotta clean your beak. What's that on your beak over there? You got something on your beak, too. Here, clean your beak, sir. Buster. You want water now? Here. No? Okay. What about you, Earl? You finished eating? I haven't heard about him, Willie. I'll look it up. Yeah, because I'm not cleaning his beak manually like Dad. Let me look that up. Oh, I mean, hopefully I'll run into him again. Yeah, there's tons of documentaries. I just happened to watch the one on HBO. Um, and I would actually play it more often for Buster and Earl, but there's some pretty raunchy cuss words in it that I'm really afraid Earl would pick up on. Um, because there's a few times Earl has said he's said a couple derogatory terms that I'm certain he heard on like TV. Was he certainly did not hear it here. I won't even watch like fried green tomatoes anymore when the birds are out or anything like that. Bye, Lucia. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Hey, Michelle. If I missed anybody, see, I haven't watched. I started to watch Parks and Rec, and I just couldn't get into it because I liked. We liked Arrested Development. I didn't like the reboot, but the original. Um, that's where Buster got his name was um, from Arrested Development, and my other African Gray maybe that's where her name came from. What are you looking at, Earl? What are you doing? Well, the F word, I'm not so like they already say that word, both of them. They don't say it a lot anymore because they really don't hear it. But it's the P word that I'm worried about Earl picking up on. So that's kind of more my concern. Like they were calling it like female anatomy, P word, if you get my drift. Yeah, they say it a lot, like several times. They would call people that if they didn't want to get on a ride. Yeah, it's crazy when you like really see the design of it. And then right, like you're like 15 years old, you don't care what you. I mean, and they had alcohol there. I'm sure they weren't real strict about age restrictions, so it was crazy. Like I said, I'd never heard of it. Buster introduced me to a whole new world, huh, Buster? Don't worry, guys. Buster is fine. He's just like this sometimes. So is Earl. They just kind of chill. You know, Buster can't be, high level energy all day long. They get overly, like, we encourage Buster to have some sort of, like, crazy time during the day. But we also, you'll hear me in videos like, after this, we're going to have a chill out session because they can't, if you continue to get them overly excited like that, it will result in a bite. I mean, it just will. Who's like a 2-year-old sometimes can't control his emotions. Yeah. 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 I have one. Because you didn't really have to have like a legal driver's license then either. Like, say your sibling was like an STNA and it had the date of birth on it, you could use that card. Don't ask me how I know that, but yeah. I do think this music helps too with Buster, even Earl. They never answer really, but I always ask them in the morning when I turn on music for them. I always ask, like, what do you want to listen to today? Earl's an R&B guy. He likes 70s R&B, some 80s. Just a Friend is his best favorite song. We found that out by accident one day. And I think Buster is more into like the pop and rock. You know, he likes Katy Perry. He loves AJR too. About the only country music I've seen that he likes. He will kind of get up when my daughter plays Luke Combs and she's dancing around with him. But David Now, he likes David Now. Yeah, it changed to 21 right before I turned 18. But I know in Canada, I went to Canada when I was 18, and you were allowed to drink then in Canada. Yeah. In my home, two. They're all adults though. Girl. And I have 2 daughters and a son close by, and I have 3 children that live out of state. One is definitely coming to the area next year. I actually might be a little less than a year now. I can't wait. I literally only get to see her about once a year, so I'm really excited. And then we're working on the other one too. The other 2. Hey, Jason. Yeah, you're right, Amanda. I noticed a lot of, like, I visited Virginia one time to visit a family member that was in the military, and this was in the winter. I'm sure in the summer they're a little stricter, but there was a family member that was served underage, so I think they're a little lax there with the military personnel during the off season anyway. I never realized how cold Virginia is in the winter. Yeah, his red feathers are really pretty. I saved them all. I have a little wreath um, on my wall, and I put them all in there. Oh, he loves you too, Tracy. Oh, back to the Bismarcky thing. So my daughter and I, when we were playing one hit wonders from the 80s, and I'd never heard of it, which is really surprising to me. Like my 20 something year old daughter knew it, but I had never heard it. But that Just a Friend came on, and he started like literally getting down, like dancing on his table and like acting like he was kind of like singing and flopping his feathers. Like he was getting down on it. And he doesn't do that very often. And then he also likes there's some Cool in the Gang music that he likes. So I like almost anything. I'm not into metal. Um, although there's some like harder rock I like to listen to when I drive because I have driving anxiety. But I love R&B. I like pop. I like country. I like old country music. I don't like much of the new, but I can listen to just about anything, honestly. He's behind his cage again. Bismarcky is a singer. He recently died. I think last year, but he's like I guess would it be under rap? I don't know. I had never heard of him until that song came on, and Earl. So sometimes when he's like being real screechy, I'll put that on for him to see if it settles him. But it's called Bismarcky, Just a Friend. Um, that's Earl's favorite song. Yeah, yeah. I don't know them, but there's a home close to me that they moved there a year or two ago, I think, and I think like all of their grown kids and family, they all live there. Uh, honestly, the way the economy is going, we actually just had this discussion recently about trying to get um, land to, where all of us could build or, put a double wide or whatever on. Double wides are scary in the south, though, for me. I'd have to have a storm shelter. um, I've never lived anywhere that had this severe of, weather, or I've never had a tornado so close to me before, other than when I remember as a kid. Um, one time I remember going to the basement, and one time when we lived in Ohio, we went to the basement, but there's some pretty bad weather here sometimes. No, he wasn't much of a singer. You're right. And it's kind of, it's not really a very nice song, honestly. It's kind of disrespectful. Um, but yeah, Bismarck, he died last year. Hmm? What, girl? What are you doing? What are you doing, Earl? Uh-oh, somebody's mowing outside. I think they're mowing in the rain, huh? You hear that mower? You coming closer so you can hear it better? Huh? Come closer. Come closer. You gonna say hello to everyone? Oh, that's a cute song. I play Disney music a lot when my grandbabies are here. I have my little Spybot radio, Alexa. Willie, I don't know if it's raining where you're at, but it's here, so it's probably coming your way if it isn't already there. I think it's rained every day this week. I can't get my chicken pen area dry, and it stinks. There's nothing you can do about it either. Nothing at all. Is it still raining in Tennessee, Amanda? I usually check. I have family there. I usually watch their weather too, but um, well, you guys, I'm gonna get going. Um, I kind of try to take advantage when Buster is playing in his room to get some cleaning done, and I'm hoping there ends up being a little bit of a break in the rain so I can get the dogs back outside. Um, but I appreciate you guys being here and just, everybody like supporting the channel and stuff. And thank you again, Ruth. I'm glad you were here. And I hopefully next Wednesday we'll have our live. See you guys later. Have a great weekend.